Hello everybody and welcome to my sanctuary. I'm Mariah. From now on my live streams on Mondays will be subscribe only, just like my celebratory streams and my Saturday streams. Because I've gotten tired of the disrespect from people that come in here, mainly the trolls, because not normally people in my community too outside of it that cause me to get really upset. Oh hi Nick. I'm okay. Wish it would stop snowing because I'm over the snow. So yeah. Maybe I'll make some. I'm not sure. I haven't decided if I'm making new art this week or not. Definitely didn't make any today, which I'm fine with. I haven't decided if I'm making any on Thursday. I might make some new pieces on Thursday. It depends on how I feel. Started deciding that if I don't feel up to making any new art, is it still snowing? It's not really. I wouldn't say it's still snowing. It just decided to snow today. Um, because the other it wasn't snowing before. It wasn't snowing earlier today, but it decided to snow today, which I'm just over the snow. So hopefully it doesn't do too much. My sister told me it was snowing where she was working. And yeah, then it started snowing. I'm sick of the snow. It's like really getting on my dang nerves. Having to deal with that. Well, good. I'm glad that your weather started to cool off. I wish it would just stop snowing. It'll be spring in 19 days, 19, 18 days. So hopefully soon it will stop the snowing weather. Um, over the snow, like I just said. Um, so if you hear noises outside, it's probably from people driving fast over the wet road, because these people don't understand how to. A lot of them don't understand how to. Yeah, I know the time is changing. The time changing is on Sunday. Sunday, the time changes forward an hour. I just wish it would just sit. I wish they would sit that still too, but that's not how that works. Um, yeah. Oh yeah. Also, if you haven't voted for what topic you want for my celebratory stream that's coming, um, yeah, there is a thing to vote, and also, what was I gonna say, and also, at a later date, I'll put up what days I would like to do the celebratory stream, so you guys can choose, and that's. I'm glad that my Monday streams are gonna be celebratory. I mean, sorry, are gonna be subscriber only, because it makes the trolls not be able to get easy access, and it will you obviously will know who are just in here to be disrespectful, because they'll probably immediately subscribe when they can, and then sorry, talk when they can. I put a 5 minute limit on people who newly subscribe. So yeah, honestly, I didn't expect the option to be voted for the option that actually is currently the winner. I didn't know which one was going to be chosen, so either one I'm fine doing, because for both of the when we did both of those before, people did good with contributing. It wasn't like I had to pull information out of people. And I know people are probably like, Mariah, well, you shouldn't make your Monday streams. I know there was two people that didn't want me to make my Monday streams subscriber only, but most of them wanted to. And even if it had been more no's than yeses, I would have done what's best for this channel, and I would have probably put it subscriber only anyways, because it's safer for me and safer for everyone else with all the disrespect we've gotten lately. So, yeah. But what was I gonna say? Oh yes. Yeah, I'm not sure when. Someone was asking me today under one of my videos. Oh, sorry, under the poll, what day is this the stream for? When's the celebratory stream going to be? I have no idea when that's going to be, because it depends on when. Um, Sorry, it depends on when we get to 1900. That's what it depends on. So we'll see. And also, an advantage I always say, Nick already knows, um, that that you really do a great job. Not just too, but I really do wish there was a button where there should. I wish there was a confirm button. And also, if someone's already blocked, I wish they would just say it's already blocked, so you don't have to. So you would know, so she wouldn't push, or if she pushed and you thought she didn't push, you would know. So it wouldn't be like, oh, we're trying to figure out who blocked and who didn't block, so we don't have this issue. I would have thought YouTube would have put that in place, but no. Dang it! I think this stream is trending, which is making me real nervous. I told my sister it's a good and bad reason that it trends. It's good because more people get to see it. It's bad because we have people that are disrespectful in this thing. That's the only reason it's bad. But yeah, you said yeah, it shouldn't work that way. Honestly, I don't know when they'll fix it, but yeah. I'm thinking. Um, and I think the ones that probably voted no are probably the ones. I wonder if the ones who voted no for not making this subscriber only are. I wonder if it's a troll that voted that. I don't know if a troll voted or not, because I don't know if can trolls vote on my polls. I don't know how that works. You said you wonder how. Honestly, I don't know. Some of them have a lot of moderators, so they don't have this issue. Like I've seen on particularly on Scare Payback's channel, he has a whole lot of mods, like numerous ones. So he probably doesn't see as I'm not saying he doesn't have any trolls ever, but I know he has a lot of mods where the point where so when they see something they automatically remove it because there's so many of them. So if one doesn't get it, the other one spots it typically. Um, yeah, I've seen. Yeah, I've had. I think I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure. I definitely know he has more than five. I just don't know how many. But he also has thousands of people on his channel at one time. So for him, he probably needs that. I doubt this channel will ever have kind of um, that kind of awareness. But don't really expect it for a disability-related channel. Um, we're all fans. So I feel like sometimes YouTube hides us. I don't quite understand why, but I don't know. If all of them push to hide at the same time, I wonder what. I don't know. Honestly, I don't think that happened. I've never seen that. At least on my side, I've never seen it happen because when I'm watching, I don't see that ever happen where someone pushes hide and the other person pushes unhide. I've never seen it on their channel ever. Because it almost seems like they work in unison, but I think they all are in different places, which is ironic. They do very thorough job. So yeah, his channel is like he's really good at what he does. Like, so is Kit Boga, but I haven't watched him in a long time. I like Scammer Payback probably because I like his live streams. I think that's why. You said you heard that. Yeah, there also yeah, there was an issue. I saw the issue thing. Yeah, so you saw it. There was one that said about like why comments were coming through. I meant to say that because I just had saw the last week after the stream. I had saw that they said there was reasons why. Um, they said that I'm not sure what the issue was. There was things where people were saying in live streams their comments or messages weren't going through. So maybe that's why we had that problem with Matt and you, Nick. I don't know. Not sure what happened. I hopefully I want him to go live on Scanner Payback because I like watching his live content. I don't really watch his videos honestly. I watch because I like the live because I like watching live. That's always what I like. I don't really like the videos are okay, but the live is better to me. Um, Personally, because I like watching him how he interacts. That's the reason why I like his lives. I like watching how he interacts with the audience, and I think that's probably why I like most people's lives, because they like seeing how they interact with their audience. I don't. You're talking about who? I don't know if Kit Boga ever does lives. I'm not sure. I think he just does. I think he just does like already. Well, he might do live on. I think he just does live on Twitch. Scammer Payback. He goes live a lot, and that's why I like him. Um, I know he goes live on YouTube and he goes live on Twitch for Scammer Payback. I think for Kit Boga, he only goes live on Twitch. I don't know if he goes live on YouTube. I don't think I've ever seen him go live on YouTube, ever. No, I think he has pre-recorded stuff that end up going. I think it's how that his works. I don't really know. I don't think, like I said, I don't think I've ever seen Kit Boga live. Maybe back in the day he went live on YouTube. I don't know, but I've seen him live on. I've seen. That's why I like Scammer Payback. I just like the way he is. I don't know, and I love his blue hair. So that's another thing I like when he has his hair like different colors. Um, Not everyone can rock blue hair though. I'm not gonna lie. I don't think I could rock it, but that's one of my favorite colors. Um, yeah. Yeah, I knew he went live because I watch like I said, I watch his lives on YouTube. And I like his lives there. But I don't watch, and I also don't have Twitch, and even if I had Twitch, I wouldn't probably watch him there. I'd rather YouTube better. Um, but yeah, I hope this YouTube channel. I hope this. What am I gonna say? I hope I'm not on the trending list today. I don't want to be, unless it's good results. If it's bad results, I really don't want to be on that. But yeah, I honestly I'm understood. Well, I'm understanding that it's. Sorry, I think that's pretty sure it's a goose I hear outside of my house, outside the house. Um, don't know what they're squawking at though. Did a lot of streamers that broadcast don't read their. Well, he normally reads his all of the comments on all of his different platforms, which is actually kind of interesting to watch. Yeah. I know he also sometimes does member only streams on, I think, Twitch and YouTube. I'm not a member. Can't afford to do that. But I like watching people that are real, and that's probably why I like watching Scammer Feedback, because it seems like a very real person. I mean, he's of course a real human, but I'm saying he seems very, he seems down to earth. Yeah, I don't really like geese, though. Yeah, they're very ornery and they're very territorial, so if you go near them, they just be getting upset, which is ironic because I wouldn't try to go near them. They just happen to be thousands of them or hundreds of them in one area where I need to go through. I try to avoid, good, I'm so glad that they get impatient that they have to wait 5 minutes after subscribing to comment. Good. I'm tired of the disrespect the trolls be giving in the comment section and on disrespectful stuff in my comments and on my live streams. I'm sick of them. They've literally in less how many? I feel like it's definitely over a year dealing with the bull crap from them. I'm sick of it. I deserve this channel deserves better, and I deserve better than that. Um, so, and I know from last week's stream, I feel like the amount of trolls we had was causing people to like not want to speak, which I completely understand. Bias was on a channel that has all these shows back to back to back. I wouldn't want to speak either. I wouldn't feel safe to speak. Exactly. That's another reason I did it. Because I wanted you guys to be able to listen and not have to continuously. Particularly, I know Nick for sure has to keep watching for the trolls and like literally keeps having to hit the button. I really started to get on my dang. It sort of pissed me off real bad. That he would have to continuously like pay attention and like I could see if there was maybe every few minutes, but every few seconds there's a new one. that was starting to really make me aggravated. Not even just, it wasn't even just the trolls. Oh, hi, Paul. How are you? Um, but I wanted it to be like, this is honestly how similar how the celebratory stream is gonna be, where it's very limited of the people who can speak in here are gonna be limited, which is fine by me. I'm doing okay. Wish it would stop snowing. That would be great. Um, Mildred, I'm not trying to discount you, but I know I feel like you might get like a little bit more um, kind of similar to me, where I get very when there's too much happening, my brain like gets too overwhelmed. That's what I'm trying. That's the word I was trying to use. Like last week was bullshit, man. I'm sorry, but last week was some bullshit with that with all the trolls. It just pissed me the hell off. Exactly what I'm saying. See, there. But the thing is, I was way too. That's one time. That's what used to happen when I had one mod. When I had one mod back before you and Mildred came, there was so many trolls. Like I felt bad for her, and it wasn't my fault. Um, but that's before I didn't realize back then. I didn't realize there was a subscriber. You could use subscriber only back then. So if I had known that, I would have definitely turned it on back then. I swear I didn't know. Because if I had known that, um, like, I didn't think it would get that to the point where it'd get that bad that I had to actually make it subscriber only. I didn't want to do that, but for the safety of this channel and the safety of for both of your mental health, because I know it was affecting my mental health. I purposely made it subscriber only on purpose. And even if most people had voted no, I would have still picked it subscriber only, probably, most likely, because it was affecting my mental health. And affecting my mental health, that I'm not doing that, dealing with something that's going to affect my mental health in a bad way. Knowing what issues I have to deal with, what I deal with, and I'm not going to make my mental health to a point where I go back into a state where I used to be. No. And I'm not gonna say, I don't know if it would impact your mental health, but if it affects mine, I assume it might affect yours in a way. I don't know. Um, but you said you experienced that, but definitely not fun. Yeah, I don't know how many there was. It seems like a numerous amount of. It was like that's another reason why I hate the trending thing. I like want to be on my own little section, but I don't want it trending. I don't like trending, and hopefully my thing is not in the trending anymore because I thought it was earlier because I saw the number jump high enough, and it kind of made me really kind of worried. But I know people were like, "Mariah, you should stay positive, stay awesome and stuff." But when you're dealing, I don't think they understand because they're on the other side. They're not the ones being continuously harassed for nothing. So staying positive and being awesome and whatever is good up to a point. Like you can do it only up to a point. Because after a point, you're like, okay, this is becoming enough, and then you start getting aggravated and try to keep it under control, but it doesn't always work. Um, you said you don't think there were any more than 3 tools at once. Honestly, I don't know. It just seemed like it just seemed like once, it almost seemed like once bad people came in, the good person came in, and I'm sorry, I'm not sure if that was a motorcycle or just a loud car, but I know I could hear it, which means you probably could hear that. Um, I just thought it seemed like every time like one good person would come in, all these bad people would come in, then it would be again. And I'm thinking, um, I'm just thinking I don't want the bad people to taint the whole channel because I felt like that's what was happening. All the bad people that came in were tainting the channel and the safety of the channel. And to me, it's my obligation as the person who is streaming to protect the safety of this channel. It's not even the mods' responsibility. It partially, like honestly, I would say it's more like 5% the mod's responsibility, but it's like 95% mine. Okay, maybe 2.5 for each mod, but it's mostly mine responsibility to protect the channel, not Yeah, I just didn't want, because they were causing a lot of stress. I could tell, even though I didn't see people, I know that's what was happening. And hopefully, going forward, doing this subscribe only thing will make it more safe for people to feel like they can come. Um, Even if they can't comment, the ones who want to, whatever, they can always comment after at the end of the stream if they want to, like on the comment under the comment section. Because I know not everyone feels comfortable talking. It mostly mostly YouTube's responsibility. Of course, it should be, but they don't. They just let anybody. I feel like they just let anybody pass through it, which is ironic. Which is really interesting because I have the strictest thing up, so I'm surprised it didn't block certain things that I thought would be blockable. Like these trolls have given me more blocked words than I need to have on the channel because there's certain, but when I see certain phrases, I start blocking them immediately after the streams, which I shouldn't have to do because YouTube shouldn't have allowed them through in the first place. But yeah, I'm just hoping this will make this channel safer by putting subscribe only. I didn't want to do that, but because it's gotten to the point where I feel like my online safety and everyone else's is being threatened, that's why I did it. Um, and I know people kept voting on like, oh, 2 people voted no and 8 people voted yes. I was on the yes side. Even if I could have voted, it would have been 9-2. Um, but yeah, um, I will keep this channel as safe as possible because I know the disability community is already forgotten first and already victimized all the time often. This particular community is, which I'm a part of. Um, I won't let it have further threat just because people can't keep their mouth shut. Or which you learn, let's be honest, you learn in freaking kindergarten to keep your dang mouth shut if you don't have nothing nice to say. But obviously most of these people that are trolls don't know how to do that. They literally either didn't learn that thing, that skill or whatever, and they obviously don't learn the rules. And if they do, they think they can bypass it because they think, oh, Mariah's just gonna let crap go. Yeah, no, I won't. And eventually, if it becomes a point where trolls do subscribe, I'll put the time up. I'll put it further up if I have to. I'll increase the time amount for people that subscribe, which makes me mad because not every person is bad, but because of the bad people, I have to do certain things I don't want to do. You said it's not that they can't block all the trolls. It's that they don't want to because the trolls add. Well, that makes sense, but it's stupid as hell. I understand your point, Nick, but it's stupid. You keep telling yourself that someday things. Honestly, I don't think things will ever change because they I think YouTube likes putting content out to bad people so they can get more money. That's what it's about for them. Um, they definitely want the money is what it is about. Some of them will never learn it, but most of the trolls just choose. Honestly, they do choose to ignore what they're taught, but that's fine by me. They can choose to ignore. They'll still be getting blocked. It will be happening. I don't care. I'm sick. This channel's gonna be respected, and if not, it'll be blocked. That's and there's no negotiating anything around it. We've given multiple people different chances, and some of them just choose not to respect it, and that's fine. You can not respect it, but you don't have to. The channel's not for you then. Um. So yeah, I'm hoping. Yeah, I think it went back to non-trending, which is fine by me because it was trending at a point. It was trending earlier, like in the beginning of this stream. So yeah, but well, I'm enforcing my boundaries because it's not just about my safety; it's about other people's too. Because I know there are people that probably don't feel comfortable talking when they see people saying these disrespectful, hateful things because it makes it seem like I'm promoting an environment which is not safe for them, which I understand can be toxic, and I don't want toxic environment on this channel. Um, so yeah, it's about not just my safety, but everyone else's too. So yeah. Definitely, I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. I honestly, I would say I'm thinking maybe by the end of this month, maybe we'll have the celebratory stream for 1900, but I don't know because it depends on the number because it doesn't say, the number hasn't stayed stable, so I can't say for a fact when exactly it's going to be. Um, I know someone said they want to come to that, but I don't know. So I can't specify a date if I don't know when the number is going to stabilize to a point where it stays the same, doesn't go up or goes down or goes up. The good thing is that it'll be the people. Exactly. That's the one thing I like because that's literally what I like about it. It means the people that want to be a part of the channel will subscribe and join my live streams. And it means the people that don't, or that are just being pieces of, be nice. People that are crappy won't be on here, which is fine by me. I don't need to deal with disrespect. Um, and that's what it's gonna start being. Like I remember when I first didn't want to do, when I first, when I had to eventually change my celebratory streams to subscriber only because of that, because of the trolls. Now it's become where the Monday streams and the Saturday streams are both subscriber only because of the trolls. It went from one stream to be one live stream to be subscriber only. Now all three of them are, um, which I didn't think it was gonna be a case because I like my Monday streams being non-subscriber only, but because of the disrespect that's gotten worse over time, that's why it had to be this way. Um, well, honestly I didn't always pay attention to how I feel, but I've learned to in the last maybe a couple years to do that. I always would always more likely care about what other people's feelings were because this channel was for them, but I realized this channel is not just for them. It helps me too. So my my feelings matter too. Yeah, I'm glad this thing is not. Thank goodness this thing gets stopped trending. Dang it! I wish I could know if I'm in the trending list or not. That would make me happy to know. Um, yeah, I don't think I'm in the trending, which is fine by me. Um, I'm thinking. Looks like right now in the later spot is the collaboratory poem, which is I didn't think that would be leading actually. I thought the other one would, which isn't a bad thing. But I know that the people that find the channel that feel like that it helps them, I'm good with that. The ones that just find the channel to, the ones that just find the channel to troll, good. I'm glad that they all moved on. Good, good. I'm glad that the channel stopped trending. Good, because I don't want it to. And I'm glad because I think the reason why it stopped trending is because I put it in subscribe only, which I'm not sorry about. I'm not changing it. Um, yeah, because it was like and I do wonder if some of the trolls are bots, which is possible. Because sometimes after the stream, my hour count will go down because of there was a lot of trolls. There was a lot of bots in this thing, but I don't know how they got there because I didn't ask for them to come over here. So that's another thing that it will keep from here. It will keep the bots out of the chat. So yeah, I'm glad that it stopped trending. I like being a normal person, and the trending is like it can be good, but it's more bad than good in my opinion. I will continue to be myself regardless of what other people have to say. Like the one comment I hate the most that I get on this channel that I had before putting the subscriber only is based on my appearance. I'm literally that's the one thing I freaking hate. Um, you don't think any of the trolls are actual bots? I feel like some of them could be. And maybe viewers that I'm glad that they get their account banned. That's what they deserve. I don't feel nothing for them. People that have shit like behavior deserve what the heck's coming to them. Um, I'm told I was like, I told my ex, I said, I'm glad you don't come on my streams, because particularly when there's behavior where it's like very disrespectful and sick, like stuff that I wish even people that were my mods didn't have to see. I'm glad you don't come on here, because I know he would get angry, and he said to me, I would get angry because I don't like people just talking to you any certain way, which I think makes sense, honestly, for people that care about people. They shouldn't have to. You said you've seen one or two bots, but they're quite noticeable because of the generic messages and even advertisements. I don't know. Have we had advertisements in here? Probably have. I know I think I blocked one back when it was early on. The toxicity is what the problem I had. That's the main problem for the channel, that the trolls are causing, the toxicity. I saw one. I'm pretty sure I had saw one. He was talking about gloves and whatever. I blocked him a while ago. Um, Not like, I mean, when I say a while ago, I mean probably sometime last year. Well, they can't put links in here. I blocked that, so no one can put any links in here. Besides you and Mildred, but you can only put the links I would only like you to pick the links that relate to the channel. But I blocked, like, random people can't just put random links in this channel because I blocked that on here. So, yeah. And also block spam, like, I block certain things. You can't just, like, promote your channel on my channel. That's not, yeah. So that is, and I know some people probably try to do that, but I don't really, that's their problem. I don't know if they can get around, because on YouTube there's a thing you have to actually click. There's on YouTube there's a thing you have to click where it says block all links from outside people, like for different channels or different content outside. YouTube does the block. It's nothing to do with me. You said there's a bigger issue on all platforms of advertising, all kinds of things. Non-toxic community is really hard to build. Honestly, it is very hard to build. That's why I'm trying to keep this channel as safe as possible, which I didn't think I would have to ever do, because there was a point where I wasn't getting any trolls like this, but I guess it hadn't grown as big as it has gotten. So yeah. Honestly, I shouldn't say I know for a fact. I believe for sure you two are going to be like, you said they won't post actual links. Well, they can't put that in there either. See, you couldn't even put it in. That's why you had to put .com. See, because if you put that in there, it wouldn't have worked. Yeah, they can't. They've never done that not on this channel. At least I haven't seen anything on here. With that, I know people have tried to put links in there, and I'm probably sure they didn't go through, which is fine by me. But the one show that I watch is a sci-fi show. It's called Paradise. This is a pretty good show. It's supposed to end after next season. The third season is supposed to be the last season. And so, I don't know how I feel about that. I'm sad that my other show went off air. And, yeah. So, I don't know. I don't know if there's also, I think it's if you don't have Hulu, I don't know if you can watch it. I think it's a Hulu only sci-fi. So I don't think you'd be able to find any. I'm pretty sure. I know there are Hulu only, like Hulu original series only, and I think that might be one of them. It's called Paradise. Sci-fi. I like certain sci-fis. I don't like all sci-fis. I like Kyle XY, but that is a sci-fi that was on TV. Me and my sister watched that. I don't like every sci-fi that's out there. Certain ones I don't like. Honestly, I think Carlos I might have been the first sci-fi I saw. I probably saw other ones, I just can't think of them right now. I don't have a problem with sci-fi. I have a problem with certain horror stuff I don't like. Even though I technically watched a horror sci-fi movie I think it was yesterday or Sunday. No, I think it was yesterday. What's the yesterday? I don't remember. It was someday. I'm pretty certain it was yesterday. That movie I watched. But it wasn't really that scary, even though it's supposedly supposed to be scary. I don't want to say it was scary. Even though it has a genre of horror plus sci-fi. I didn't see the scary part. This reminds me of every other stuff that I watch. Yeah. Um, Watching that show called Memory of a Killer. That's a good show. I like that series. Um, Watching my other normal series I normally watch, like Doc and 911 and 911 at Nashville, The Rookie. Dude, all my shows are really good to me. I really can't say for other people. I used to watch that. It was a long time ago. The 4400. I liked that show, but I had lost where I was, so I couldn't watch it again. So, and they don't have it on any um streaming service that I'm watching. Particularly the two streaming services that I have. Well, sorry, I have one I have access to, and the other one I actually subscribe to. So yeah, no. I wish I had knew about this one author that I like a lot of his series. Um, on Netflix. I'm not sure if he's a I'm not sure if he's a mystery or a drama author, but he is really good. I think his name is Harlan Coben. No, so Coben. That's his name. I would have been little when he started writing. If he started writing, I think at least the first thing I think I saw him write was in '95. So I would have been 3 then. I would have been 3 in '95. I don't know if he wrote before that, so I can't say. But yeah. I do think when I see an extreme high number, I know most of those people are probably some good people and some are probably mostly trolls. That's what I think. I don't know for a fact that's what it is, but that's what I think. Let's see. Actually, I was just thinking it might be it either be the end of this month or maybe the end of April. It might be at 1900. We'll see because people are very sporadic when it comes to this channel. Some people subscribe and unsubscribe, so I don't know. I guess we'll have to see what happens. Mm. Hmm. I don't know what's gonna happen. I don't like the question of if I knew things I would tell you people in advance. Like I don't like when people ask me questions like I'm supposed to know the answer to, and there's no way for me to know because it has nothing to do with me. When we get to a particular milestone, that has nothing to do with me. It has to do with other people. So I can't say when it's gonna happen because sometimes we will reach the number and then it will go back or go forward depending on what people do. So there's no way to know. Oh, hello. Um, there's a one where wait. What do you mean what do you mean jumping the shark? What does that mean? Is that a movie? I hope that's not a movie. Actually, also I realize it's not that I don't like comedy. It's just I like simplistic comedy. I Love Lucy and the Lucy Show. I like that kind of comedy. There's certain comedy I like and certain ones that I just like. Okay, whatever. Like I like the show Bernie Mac. I like George Lopez. Like certain comedy I like. Certain comedy I don't care for because it's too like you're doing too much. And I don't like dealing with all that. You're gonna have to go into through all this crap to figure out what the dang joke means, then what the heck are you doing? Um, so yeah. I'm not surprised you like all comedy, but you probably can understand all comedy. My brain doesn't always understand every single comedy, especially when they have to do too much to make me have to figure it out. Like I liked Happy Days. That was a good that show was good. Um Andy Griffin show was okay. I liked Happy Days, so that was good. What else? I like Columbo, but I'm not surprised I like Columbo because I like detective shows. That's why I like Will Trent and Monk. I like things where you have to solve things. High Potential is great. I just like shows where you actually have to use your mind to figure out who it is. Typically, it's not the first person they suspect it to be or they think it's gonna be. That's typically how most detective shows are. I need to. Same with Castle, the show Castle. I haven't finished that yet. I'm only on season 5. I think it has several seasons. I'm not there yet. So yeah, I like the Murder She Wrote. That freaking show is brilliant. I also like shows that are I also like games that are like you have to solve to figure out whatever the next thing is. I like those kind of games. That's why I like murder mystery games and murder mystery shows and murder mystery stuff. I just like things like that. Um, don't really care if people don't like that I like it. Not my problem. Because I'm Mariah. Um, Definitely like mystery books too. Reading those, like having to figure out what's happening. Besides that particular book my sister had, I think it was called something about in a mystery and something manor. Can't remember what the darn. I don't remember what the middle part is. That's why when I was in when I was in college, I was playing that game. There was a murder she wrote game, and I was playing it until like 10 o'clock in the morning because I was like, if you quit, you have to start all the way. I was so pissed because I was like, I think it was my dad or my mom was like, Mariah, why are you still up? It was like 10 o'clock in the morning, and I was still playing the game. I wasn't sorry. Back when you're a teenager, it's better because you can like. Well, I always been a night owl, but I never used to stay up that late. I mean, I shouldn't say that's a lie. I used to stay up late like that. That was the latest I ever stayed up playing a game, though. Which means I didn't sleep all that time. I think it might have been the summertime when that happened, which is good for me because I was in school. But yeah, I'd been heard about that. It was on the PC. I don't know if they still have it though. Um, but I think I've said I played that game before. That was the one I played till 10 o'clock in the morning. There was some games with like you solve. I like just like games where you solve things. Like I wish they had more mobile games like that. I feel like they don't have as many as they did when I was like a teenager. I literally used to play this game. I think it was called like Murder Clubs, like mysteries or whatever, where you get to be like different people. Like a detective. I think one is a reporter. Different. I think one was like it was like a group of girls, but they all had different roles in the mystery. One like pretty sure one was a detective, one was a reporter, one was a Emmy, and I forgot what the last one was. And I love freaking playing PC games. I had a problem with them it's because when I want to play, like it's a problem. This is why I used to my obsession with my video games was really used to be bad back in the day. I did used to play. I couldn't because it's almost like I couldn't stop playing because I need to know what happens. And back in the when I was a teenager, you only had a certain amount a certain window where the game if it's like you have this certain like I'm not sure if it was 2 days or a day, it might have been a day, and if you don't finish it, you have to like pay money to play the rest of it. And I was like, yeah, Mariah's not doing that, so hence why I probably did that thing with Murder She Wrote because you have a certain window, and if I don't like because the time I think it's ticking. If I remember, it's a time clock thing. So if you don't finish it, it will clock you out. And then I'm like, yeah, no, that's not happening to Mariah. Yeah, I remember my eyes were tired, but I was like, Mariah, we gotta keep playing. We're not finished. We're not finished the game. I never finished the game, but it was really fun. Back in back in the day, man, the PCs. Also I think I was playing on my laptop, but technically it's still a personal computer. It's just a laptop. But I was playing, and I was like, Mariah, we're not finished this game, so we're not stopping till we finish the game. But I didn't finish the game. I'm not sure if I fell asleep or not. I was one of those people that like played games for like a long time and then fell asleep until the afternoon. I used to be that person. Um, but I'm not ashamed of it. Not many people will really understand me. Only people that are like me would understand. People that are not like me would be like, "What the hell is wrong with you, Mara? Why would you do that?" Um, but also I'm a night owl, so technically it went night into I went from the night into the morning. I don't think I realized it was the morning time, which I'm not sorry about. Not sorry about it. Um, there was this game I used to play that was on my mobile that thank God I stopped playing. Like I think it's been almost 5 years now. It'll be 5 years I think in December, which I'm fine about because that game was freaking toxic. But it took up way too much time, and I spent more time on that than I did on my YouTube. Which I think if I had spent more time on the YouTube, I probably this channel would probably be at like way bigger than it is now. But being right, I'm still honestly I'm still a gamer. I've been a gamer since I was 8 years old. It just morphed over time. Like there was this one game where you were solving like a crime from the 1920s. I love those kind of games where you have to solve a crime by like either it's an unsolved crime, even though I don't know if it was real based on a true story, but that was brilliant. It was like a game with I can't remember if it was like it looked like a series of games, like one where it's like from the 20s and you're gonna figure out who killed her and like I freaking love those kind of games. Obviously you can see into my mind what kind of stuff I like. I like mysteries. I just do. Maybe it's another reason. I wonder if that's another reason why true crime and make I need justice for it. Maybe I just wonder if that's another reason. I also like people getting justice, but I think that might be another reason why. I don't know what is a network game sleepover. I have no idea what that is. I've never heard of those. Um, I just know Mariah's a gamer. That's all I know about myself. Um, um, yeah, but I don't know. I think this channel will be at 1900 either by end of next month or end of this month. I'm not sure because the number fluctuates. Like I said, it wasn't as unstable, so we'll see. Someone was asking someone, like I don't know, and I don't like when I can't answer a question. But I can all I said is all I said to them is the poll's coming out later days, but I can't specify when that's going to be because I don't know when we'll get there. I have no idea. Yeah, I've never done that. So, yeah, I've never done that. I don't really play games with other people like that. I have, but I've always had bad experiences with playing with games with other people, so I like playing on my own. It's the whole thing. I played games with my sisters, but that's not the same thing as I don't think I'd ever do what you just said. Ever do that. Um, 'Cause I didn't have a good experience with people playing with other people. Um, I should say outside my family. I've not had good experience with that. So no. Um, I like playing by myself, playing games with my sisters, which I used to do. That's other than that, I don't like playing with other people like that anymore. Had too many negative experiences with it. Um, yeah, but well, awesome. But I just ever since the bad experiences I've had, they colored how I view playing with other people. Even if they were in the same room, it colored it. Like no, I know. And then some of them trying to get involved in your life that's none of your business. Back your mess. back your mess out of my business. Like, back your mess out of. Yeah, I became toxic. That's why I don't like toxic people. I don't. I've not dealt with too many toxic people because they think they're allowed to be involved in things. Did I actually be involved in things? I want you back out of my life. I didn't actually be involved in it. Like, and then people trying to push themselves into things that I didn't tell them they could have access to. Hence why I'm glad I don't talk to most of the people I used to. Actually, I don't talk to any of the people I used to game with, which is fine by me. Um, a lot of them were toxic or like think they need to know things about my life. It's none of your business. Unless I say I won't tell you, then just back off. Um, like I like games where I play like by myself now, like and then because it means I can go at my own pace. I'm not like being told I have to do this or this and this. The one thing I did not like about King of Avalon, they kept changing the game. That toxic crap that I had to deal with from people. Um, People think they know bullcrap about me when they don't know nothing about me. People trying to insinuate things that I don't. That's the one that just like rubbed me the wrong way, making me think, oh, like if I had friends that were gamers, that'd be completely different. That's not the same thing. I mean, friends that were gamers in my area, like that I knew, that's different. But being in the same room playing different games, whatever, that's fine. Being in the same room playing games against each other, yeah, I don't think that's a good idea because it causes it can cause problems like breakups of friendship because oh this person did this to you blah 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 blah. Yeah, no. Um. Yeah, I don't. I'm good. After like I said, after the experiences I've had with online and the toxicity of different people from different countries and different people from different countries playing with me and other different stuff, being on a team with people that were very freaking toxic and saying if someone else quits, then the other people are gonna act like a psychopath. Yeah, I'm not dealing with that bullcrap again. I won't. Like, I just one thing I don't like. Like, I don't like that culture. I will never play a game where I have to be on I will never play a game where I have to be on an alliance again after the toxic bullcrap I've had to deal with. I'm not doing that again. Um, and being betrayed like I'm the one that causes problems when I didn't cause anything. But okay. To me, it's interesting how someone that's supposed to be older than me acts like they're younger than me, which is freaking ridiculous. They're like 10 plus years older than me, but you're acting like a darn person who's a teenager. Like, I don't get that at all. I'm tired of people that are supposed to be grown ass adults acting like they're little children. And then I'm supposed to don't come over here and bother me about this crap when I try to help you and you didn't listen to me. So, yeah, that's your own problem, not my problem anymore. Like, I'm tired of that. Very happy I don't talk to any of them anymore. Only one I want to hear from out of all the people, only person I would actually engage with if I found out what happened to him was Chris. The only person. All everyone else, I don't care. Not my problem. I don't care about Alvin. I don't care about Meg. I don't care about any of those. I just want to know what happened to Chris. That's the only one I want to know what happened to because he's the only one that I try to figure out what's happened to him for like it'll be 4 years in October. I want to know what happened to him. Like Jackie, I could care less about her. Um, most of the people, I don't care about. It's not every single one. There's a few I care. Like Scott, I hope he's doing good. Hope Dubs and Sophie are doing good. I hope they're doing good. But the people that when I try to see how you're doing or whatever stuff, you act like I'm kind of bothering you. I'm kind of over it. No. Um, I've had a lot of stuff happen to me that I wish I didn't. Honestly, I really wish I could have met Chris in person. He was supposed to come here one time, but then I don't know what the hell happened. It was I don't know. I think it might have been this was a weird situation. I don't know what happened to him. I just hope he's okay, because I know he was struggling the last time I talked to him. So I knew his wife was telling me he was struggling with stuff. So I don't know if they're still married though. That's the one person I want to know what's going on, but there's no way for me to know. That's literally the only one I want to know, like, what's going on. I mean, I know that certain people are having good lives, which is fine by me. I don't mind. I just mind when people call me crap that I don't want to deal with. That's why. That's why. Like I don't got time for like people that want to be catfishing people and being and then bringing me into the bull crap that I don't care. Like for me, the worst thing is not knowing what the heck happened to him, especially after knowing he has um mental issues just like I do. I really that's another reason I really want to know. Um, and if he's just living his life, I don't. That's I'm glad. I'm happy for him. I just that's the only reason I want to know. I just want to make sure he's okay. When you have like even if you didn't meet someone and you have like an emotional connection to them, it's like to me it's how do I explain it? In my head. How do you explain it? So how do you explain it out loud? The emotional connection I had with him and he had with me was my well, it's the way I viewed it. He was like my older sibling, even though he's not actually related to me. So for me, when I didn't hear from him, it's like I literally it felt like my heart broke when I couldn't hear him. I actually felt devastated. It's like if my anything happened to my two sisters, I would be devastated. That's how I felt. Honestly, I wish to people that don't cause problems and don't cause drama. Well, the other people, that's their problem, their life. I don't care. Um, like people that cause me toxic bullcrap, I don't care what happens to their life. That's their own problem. Their challenges, their own problem. Like I do wish, I do wish Chris well though. I wish him well. I don't wish not you, Nick. There's this other Nick. I don't wish him well. He was a piece of garbage. Darn instigating crapper person. He act like he's supposed to be in his like 40s or whatever, acting like a little baby over a child over here. Very damn ridiculous. I really can't. Some men are just irritating, and it's not all men. It's never all nothing. That particular guy was annoying, and I'm glad that Sophie didn't to get back together with that idiot. She deserved better. I'm glad her and Dubs got married. I don't remember his real first name. Something with a V, but still. You said there are fewer people that that have drifted apart. That I wonder about. Some showed up again. Honestly, that's the one thing I will say for Chris. He would show back up at some random times, but still haven't heard from him. I almost want to do something. If I knew, I swear, if I knew where he was, I'd go and find him. I'm not even joking. If I knew where he lived, I would find him. Because I need to make sure he's okay. It's a whole thing. If you knew all the stuff I had to deal with, which I'm not going to say on camera because it's his personal business and whatever, there's certain things I know is why I'm more worried than I should. That's probably why I'm worried the way I am. Because I know way more, I knew enough, more about him than all the other people that I played the game with. And I knew stuff about other people, but him and me had this. And I don't know how to explain it. It was like almost like we were more than friends, but it's not. I don't know how to explain it to you. It's not even like it's not a sexual thing. It's more like it's the way the emotional connection I had with him was deeper than way deeper than most people I'm friends with. Actually, it's about as deep as my best friend. And I know my best friend in person. The difference is there. I knew her in person. I don't know him in person, but the way the connection was, it was almost like I did know him in person. I knew things that were very deep about him. That he didn't certain things I know that he didn't tell other people, and I wouldn't share about him because it's his business. He doesn't want me to share about those things. Dang it! I swear I already told you. I told you I was gonna tell my ex we need to go find him. I swear I was when we were well that's when we were dating. I was getting more worried. The more I got worried, I was like, yeah. If I had known, I swear, if I knew where he was, I would be saying we need to go find him. I don't care. I don't care. It has nothing to do with it, and it has nothing to do with It had nothing to do with a relationship. It had to do with I need to know he's safe. That's what it had to do with. It wasn't like it was like a jealousy thing or whatever. It's more like I need to know where he's okay. I swear, if I knew his address, I swear I would have went there and found him. I just need to make sure he's okay. But the thing would make me upset if I went there and then I found out like something happened to him. That would like literally make me upset. Because even thinking about it now makes me upset. Because the reason why it's more upsetting that when you don't know than when you know. Um, and I think the reason I wish I had access to knowing where he is. Like that's all I have to know. Then I can go find him. And I don't care if it's weird. I don't care if people are like, Mariah, that's weird as fuck. I don't care. I just need to know he's safe. That's it. And then I know what would happen if I came there and he was like, and they'd be like, Mariah, what the heck are you doing? I know it would be the first thought. What the heck are you doing here? That would be the first thing he probably would say. Because I remember when something was happening, which I'm not going into detail about, he was like, Mariah, why did you call me? Because he knows I never call him. So, but when his wife told me the particular thing that was happening, I was like, yeah, Mariah needs. And to me, if your wife reached out to me and asked me, do I know where you are? Then what? Then that's concerning to me. Like, what do you mean? Like, you think I'm just gonna let like your wife worry about you? Like, have you lost your mind? You not? He must not. He knows how I am. I'm not one of those people that. At least I would hope he would know that's how I am. I'm not one of those people that just if I know something is wrong, I'm just gonna let someone just be like. I'm not that kind of person. If I know something is wrong, I'm just not gonna let someone worry about you unnecessarily. Because like, what kind of friend would I be? I'd be a shit like friend. That's what I'd be. And to me, I don't think anything. I don't think it's just part of who I am. Like, if my something was happening to my sister, I would hope someone would reach out to me and tell me something's going on. Like, what kind of person are you? To me, the bystanders are the worst. The ones that know something's going on, but they don't give a crap to say anything. I just want to know he's okay. That's all I need to know. I just need to know, like, like a while ago, I had this dream that he was in, which is weird because why the heck is he in my dream? Like, couldn't he just been in my dream and not like? I need to know if that'll make me know that he's safe. I just need our dream to know he's safe. That doesn't tell me anything. That just tells me I saw him in my dream. I just need clarity knowing he's safe. I mean, if he's not, it would make me sad, but at least I would know. Even if like if something happened to him, which would make me really upset. But at least I know, even though I know I'd be really badly upset because, yeah, I just would be. But I think it's a normal thing. When you have an emotional connection to somebody, that you would be upset about something like that. Like, yeah, no. Um, I think caring about someone or caring about people is a good thing. But for me personally, unfortunately, the bad part about me caring about people, it sometimes goes beyond. Sometimes can become obsessive only because, particularly in this situation, it's become obsessive because I don't know what happened to him. Not as in I'm obsessed. I just want to know what happened to him more, like what it is. Yeah, that didn't. But yeah, it doesn't really. It does not give me the answer. You're right. It really doesn't give me the answer I need. I need confirmation. I looked up. I told you I looked up in the obits. I didn't see him there. But he has the most common freaking name, so that's why I couldn't find him. It pissed me off even more. That made me so mad because I couldn't find him in the obits. But I guess it's a good and a bad thing because his name is very common. And like I wish he didn't have. I really do wish he didn't have a common name. His first name is as common as his last name. It's not very helpful for me. I really kind of wish he had a name that was like uncommon as last name, because then I'd find him. Not that I want to find him in the obits, but I'm saying I'd probably more likely find him online, unless he's unlisted, which makes it worse though. Which I suspect probably. I know people who are like, Mariah. Well, I know everyone's like, Mariah, give up. I'm not giving up. I can't do that. Like, I've only went, for me, started going down the obituary list once my grandmother died, so that's when I started. and it hasn't really stopped since then. Um, so yeah. Um, I don't know. I honestly, his like I said, even in Michigan where he lives wouldn't be helpful. I know there was a point where he's talking about going outside the country. I don't know if he actually did it or not, makes me even more worried. There was a lot going on last time I talked to him. A whole lot of different things. I just really wish he could just say, Mariah, I'm fine. Can you just like do that? That's not even hard. Like that's like no, that is 3 words. Mariah, I'm fine. Yeah, that's 3 words. If you put I'm together, I am together. But whatever. I don't want to give up on him. I can't do it. Like I've tried multiple times. I said I'm gonna give up on him, but I can't do it. It's the whole thing. Cause see, if I knew where he was, I literally would tell him come here to make sure. I need to see you in face to face to know you're alive. I wouldn't care if that sounds really weird. Whatever. Just a thing. Yeah, it's just a thing. Mm. Well, I don't want to come to the possibility that I'll never know. I don't want to do that. I want to come to the possibility that I'll know one day. Mm. And like I said, out of all the people I talk to online, that's the one person I want to know. Like all of the people I talk to in that game, it's literally the only one person I want to hear from. Like I don't want to care if I don't hear from the other ones ever again, whatever. But that's the one person I want to hear from, and I have not heard from him, and it's a problem. There was a point where I couldn't do anything. Well, I shouldn't say I couldn't. It was causing me to become depressed. I'm not depressed now, but it was. I probably would know because I know what I. For me, it's if I have a really strong connection with you, I typically know if something happened, which is not a good thing. I don't know. That's why I suspect something happened to him. I do. I don't know why. I really hope to God I'm wrong. I had suspected it a while ago. That's why I started looking. That's why I started looking the obits. When it got past a certain point, I had something in my gut told me something happened to him. I don't want something to have happened to him, but I suspect it only because I know one of his family members had passed away, and I know I'm not sure if they're still married or not, that his wife was saying that hit him hard, so I'm concerned he did something that can't be undone. I hope to God that's not what happened, but there's no way for me to know. You said usually when you stop looking for people. Unfortunately, that's not happened for me. I stopped looking for him for a while ago, and I still haven't heard from him, so that's why it's concerning. Um, I would hope because of he knew. Well, no, he knows how I've gotten upset when he like just randomly disappears. He knows I don't like that. Um, and the reason why it's weird is because he was saying how he had to block people, and I know I'm not one of the people he had to block because we don't have no relationship like that, so there would be no reason to block me. Um, it was just random. He was talking all of a sudden that one day, and he said, I'll be back. I think he said, I'll be back tomorrow, whatever. And then he never came back, because why made me really, really concerned. And, like, after a point, it was like, it's all Jackie's fault, too. Why? If I was still friends with her, I could probably hear from him, even though I don't quite understand his obsession with her. It's weird as hell, is what it is. But it's weird, and I'm never talking. I'm still not talking to her. I refuse to. I won't ask Meg to ask her nothing because I really don't like her. It's her own fault. She calls her own pension on herself, and I'm not refusing. God, can you just please let me know something if he's okay? Because you already know I'm starting to struggle again with it again. If only I knew where he was. I swear I'd go over there and find him. I don't care. I would literally just go over there. Because I need to know. Or I would get someone to do. I would have done a welfare. Actually, no, it wouldn't even just had him go over there. I need to do a welfare check on this address. I would do that too. The same way I almost did a welfare check on somebody when they told me something was going on in their family. That was real bad. That's what I honestly, but he also knows how I am. Very protective of people that I actually really care about. That's one thing that's good and bad because some people take advantage of it. Um, um, yeah, but I don't know. I'm worried about it. But my life, I guess it's good and bad. Sometimes I hate being a person that cares too deeply. I actually hate it sometimes because it gets me in a lot of mental and emotional upset. So yeah, I have a feeling he is not okay. That's something in my body tells me that. I don't know. I don't think he's okay, but just because I don't think he's okay doesn't mean he isn't okay. He could just be like, say, I'm not going on social media, which I would rather him just text me that. Oh, Mariah, I'm not going to. All he had to say is literally, it's not hard to do. Mariah, I'm not going to be on social media anymore. At least it would make me know that he's okay. And people are like, Mariah, you're being too dramatic. I'm not being dramatic. If you hadn't heard from someone you talk to mostly like almost like constantly for like almost 4 years, and you haven't heard from them in almost 4 years, or going up on 4 years now, you'd be like, what the heck is this, too? So I'm not being dramatic or whatever. And people are all like, Mariah, I remember this idiot who I don't. This is why I don't like him because he's a Mariah, be nice, trying to be nice. Yeah, just something about after I didn't hear from him for a while. It was like I don't know. I just didn't expect him to drop off the atmosphere. Like I don't know. Typically, when people just randomly drop off the atmosphere, it means something's wrong. And I didn't mean it like that. You know what I'm talking about. Every true crime thing you see when they just randomly drop off the thing, um, when they just stop talking, like normally something's wrong. It's a typical thing. I've never heard of one where you go off that. Okay, it's very rare when someone goes off the atmosphere that they're okay. I'm not saying it's impossible, but it's quite rare. But I'm hoping. I hope it's not 10 years before I hear from him. Honestly, I could be dead in 10 years. Who knows? Actually, technically, 10 years is how many years from now? 6 more years from now. Oh, six. No, a little bit over 6 years. It would be six. It would be 6 years from October. So yeah, hopefully that doesn't happen. I know he has, and I definitely know he has two kids. I hope he didn't do something. I really hope that's one thing I do hope. I know he has two children. Um, and I do know. I just wish he could have been closer to me, and I mean closer as in we live closer together. So cause I would have stopped over there and make sure he's okay. I don't care. That's how I am. That's literally how I am. People are like, Mariah, you're being a bitch. Well, I'm not being a bitch. Most people that don't care what people are bitches, not me. But I am who I am. People are like, Mariah, you're a lot. Okay, well, you don't have to talk to me then. That's fine. Um, but I think the way you show people you care is actually be there for them, not the ones to pretend to be there and then vanish all the time, or the ones who like, okay, Mariah, I'm here for you, but then when you need them, they're not there. Like most people, honestly, most people, when I need them, they're not there. There's only one. No, there's a few. There's only actually no. There's actually is there one person? I'm trying to think. I know my mom is there when I need her. Everyone else and my sisters. I don't know about my friend. My friend's not really. My best friend not as much. No one close to as much as she used to be. But she's in a different area of her life than I am. So maybe that's why. Um, ex-boyfriends. It depends. But he's working too darn much. Which I wish he would quit it. But he's not gonna listen to me. Yeah. Definitely would say my mom is there when I really, really need her. She can typically tell if something is wrong, which is really interesting. But maybe that's a parent thing. I always wonder. Um, Might be a parent thing because parents can typically tell if something's wrong with their child. Some friends can, not all of them. Definitely online friends. I don't know. It depends, I guess. Um, Depends on the person. If they know me well enough, they might know something's wrong based on my behaviors. Other than that, not really. Yeah. You said you think one day. I hope to God I have the answer before I die. I want to know the answer. I want to know the answer to my question before I die. I would love to know that answer. Um, I don't want to find out in death that he's not alive because that would not be beneficial for me anyways. Because I wouldn't be able to do anything. Wouldn't even be able to grieve it. The loss. I do. I already grieved. It's weird because I almost already grieved like as if if he's not here, which is weird. It's probably why I had that whole breakdown. Off camera, I've had that before. I think my brain has gone to the point where it thinks. I'm fairly sure it's gone to the point where it's pretty certain that he ain't here, which just makes me upset. I don't know that for a fact. It's something in my mind tells me he's not. Same way that. So the way I've known sometimes when people are not here, which is really bad. I hate that. I don't like that feeling at all. I'd rather be wrong when it comes to someone being alive or dead. I'd rather them be alive than dead, but sometimes it's actually the other way, which is very upsetting. It must be really snowing out there because you can hear how wet the road is. But yeah, I don't know. I don't like my brain, not most of the time. Particularly when I don't like the grieving process of my brain. The way when I suspected Chris was gone, it grieved very similar to how when I lost my grandmother. Which I don't like that. I don't like that. I really don't want to go through that again. Ever again in my life. Um, kind of hope when I grieve anybody else, my brain shuts itself down so I don't have to do that whole process again because it was bad enough the first time. Um, but yeah, I don't know. I feel like this YouTube thing is irritating. It's not accurate. It keeps the number is irritating, and I'm glad I'm not on the trending list. I hopefully from now on I won't be on the trending list because I'm sick, and I'm glad. I've noticed ever since I put this subscriber only, ever since I put it on my Saturday streams, I don't have trolls in there, and now probably won't have too many on from now on, which is fine by me because that means I don't have to deal with behaviors of people that are toxic. That's probably what I'll call this. I'm gonna probably call this the non-toxic environment. I don't know. Honestly, I don't know how they determine anything. What I do know is I'm tired and I think from now on, I think the reason why they flooded is because they thought they were going to be able to access it, which did not work out for them. I haven't seen any toxic stuff so far, which is great. Yeah, it will. I don't know how they've determined them. Sometimes they'll say zero, but there are people on, so I don't quite understand how it works. Um, uh, yeah, I just be me. Like, being myself has worked out a lot more than not being myself. Not that I ever was not myself, it's just sometimes I would dumb down my personality for certain people because they can't understand the fullness of it. Most people, well, there's certain people I get my fullness of my personality, not everybody. Very rare, everybody gets it. You guys have seen probably most of my personality. Pretty sure actually all of it. My best friend has seen my full personality. My ex has. My sisters, I sometimes show it. Depends on what I feel comfortable doing. It has nothing to do with them. It just feels like I have to make sure I protect it. Um, do that with other people. I sometimes they get to see my personality. Sometimes they don't, depending on who it is. Some of my former friends got to see it, and when they started being stupid and shit, and I pulled it back, which I will do to protect myself. I don't really care if they don't like that. I don't care. Um, I will do what I have to do to protect myself. Um, I think everyone should do what they have to do to protect themselves. And I'm not promoting violence, just to quote unquote. That's not what I'm talking about. Um, uh, People are probably like, Mariah, you shouldn't pull your personality back. I can do what's best for me. Like the same way people say do what's best for you all the time. I do what's best for me. If I feel like people are going to be disrespectful to my personality, I'm not going to show you it because you're going to disrespect it. Or me. I mean, and me. People that are judgmental don't get to see the full personality, so because you don't deserve to. People that are judgmental and always talking about my appearance and stuff. Why should I show you my personality? He said, you think that platforms are not designed to be support? Honestly, most people are not. Well, some. Wait, you said designed to be supportive of users generally. Honestly, I've given. Well, for me, I've set boundaries based on what I've experienced from people. If you've been a shitty person to me often, why would I trust you with my fullness of my person? If you've been just awesome with the whole time, like my ex has been, which is really kind of every time I think about it, it's shocking to me. Because I don't know. I think probably because most of the relationships I've been in, they've been shit like. So when I think because he's like an outlier, well, to me, he is an outlier. Not that that's a bad thing, but in this case, it's not. My brain is like, Mariah, we have to tamper our personality down. Oh no, actually we don't. Like he's actually fine with it, which is odd to my brain because I wouldn't think he would be okay with it, but he is, and so it's off-putting to me. So I'm like, okay, Mariah. It's probably another reason why I expect him to be mean to me when he's not, because most of them are disrespectful and mean and judgmental. So like I expect what they did to him to do, which is why I always expected the other shoe to drop what they say. That's what they say. And things. So honestly, I think for me, being open and honest on the channel as well as in real life is a good thing. But some people are like, no, Mariah, it's not a good thing. Well, that's your opinion. Um, Probably the people that say it's not a good thing is probably the ones that are not open and honest on nothing. There's probably fake and liars. Um, yeah, and I don't really care if people are like, Mariah, you're being judged. That's not really judgmental. It's just a statement, a true statement. If you can't be honest and open and to other people, like outside, in my opinion, if you can't be honest and open in general, then how are you gonna be honest and open when you're in any kind of relationship or any kind of friendship? Because you typically, what you do with other people, you're gonna do. If you what you do outside a relationship happens in a friendship, in a relationship, because these are still people. You're not gonna change your behavior typically unless you're being fake. You said some people do the opposite. They prioritize people. Honestly, I used to prioritize people that treated me like shit. I did used to do that. Um, but then I was like, what the hell am I doing that shit for? Like, because I didn't have self worth at a point. I had very low self worth. Um, so I was like, Mariah, why the hell are we doing this? I deserve to be treated better than what I'm getting. I deserve that. Um, I think because I've been in a lot of damaging situations emotionally, my brain has gotten used to accepting the worst from every single person, regardless if I'm friends, relationship, whatever. That's probably why I expect the worst from everybody. Online, people that are online, like in this community, I expect worst from people in my real life and in relationship. I expect the worst from all of them because of a lot of damage that was done. Which is, of course, not a good way to think, but it's the truth. So yeah. Do you guys have any questions? I guess technically you two. Honestly, I don't miss. One thing I will say, I don't miss Twitter or Facebook because they were both draining on my mental health. So I'm glad I'm not on them anymore. I should say, don't use them anymore. Both draining to my mental health. It's definitely not an environment conducive to good mental health. It's more for to cater to make people worse off and cause harm to other people. You said honestly, look at the world, but probably appropriate. You don't honestly. I'm not surprised you don't expect the worst from people. You probably always expect the best from people. I don't. I don't expect the best from people because most people are often fake. So So, or they don't, either they're fake or they don't show their full self, so you can't possibly know how they really are going to be. Um, yeah, and I'm not sorry. I'm no longer saying I'm sorry. I'm not sorry. If you want to be fake, that's your choice, but don't come talking to me about if you're going to be fake, because it makes me not trust a fake person. Um, like, people either show up as the best version of themselves or the worst version of themselves. There's not really an in between on those parameters. I am doing my best to try show. Honestly, I do that. Yeah, that's one of the phrases I say a lot. I'm sorry, not sorry anymore. I'm not sorry. Why should I be? Actually, maybe I'll call it that. I'm gonna say sorry, not sorry. That's what I'll be naming this thing. It's a people are sucking people. Wait, sick of people are sucking people to heal. Honestly, the world's never gonna improve, so I'm not waiting for the world to improve for myself to like experience the world. I doubt it's gonna ever approve. I mean, improve at all. So I doubt it's gonna do that. So I'm not waiting for the world to heal to be able to be the best version of myself, because then I'll never be the best version of myself, because the world's not getting better, it's getting worse. And I'm not sorry, just I don't really feel bad for anyone that thinks it's going to get better, because it's not. You said you don't necessarily expect the best from people. Oh, well, that's good. You can tell that people aren't being insincere. That's a great quality to have. So basically you can spot bullshit then. That's what you're basically saying. You can spot it, which is that's not very. I don't know many people that can spot like crap from people coming from people. Yeah. Mm-hmm. That's good that you can spot. You sound like my best friend. She probably can spot bullshit too, which is great. I love that actually. Hmm. One day I'll be in the same spot she's in, like having kids, being married, just like her. Of course she's ahead of me, but still, eventually I'll be there. Um, and honestly, one thing I definitely won't do, I won't be one of those influencers that pretend they're not married or a relationship because being single is looks better. Like that's some stupid crap. Who does that? I hate that. Why did I say who does that? I don't like that phrase either. Yeah, I'm not one of those people that pretend. Like, if I was in a relationship, I wouldn't hide it at all. Wouldn't tell any details about it if I don't want to, but I definitely wouldn't hide it. Because, I just think it's really stupid. Because to me, it makes it seem like you're ashamed of the relationship. And no, that's a no. You've seen that a lot on here that you don't understand why they do. Yeah, some of them do it for brand deals. I wouldn't be doing that, but okay. Um, Yeah, that's not me. I'm very transparent. Only thing I won't, there's certain things I won't share because to me, I think that's fair. Um, I've never shared my ex's name. Don't plan on sharing his name to anybody because none of their business is my business and it's his business, personal privacy, and there are certain lines I won't go past. Because there are certain people that will try to like look up you in your whole life because some of these people get obsessed, which is creepy as hell. Um, yeah, it's just weird and creepy to me because like some people get obsessed and you wouldn't even know they're obsessed. Luckily, I think the ones who were obsessed with me left this channel, which I hope to God they did. Um, Like I think they would be the ones that would stalk my life if they knew everything about it, which makes it weird. Or if there's any incels, they probably would stalk it because they're creeps. Um, yeah, and I'm not sorry for saying that. That is creepy to me. Um, yeah, honestly, you're right. You said it brings them more traffic initially, but it does harm them good when honestly when the truth comes, that's exactly why you don't lie about stuff like that. But I don't know. I think it's good to be transparent and honest. You're probably like, no, it's not too good to do that, but it is for me in my eyes. You said people don't, yeah, they don't take dishonesty lightly. It's a true statement. I think if you're honest and straightforward, that is received better than a lie, because you can't walk. Because if you lie, you might most likely when you are lying, you won't remember the lie, so you'll say something else, and they're like, "Oh, I thought you said this." Because typically it takes a lot more effort to lie and remember your lie than tell the truth and just stay. It will just stay, you'll just remember it because it's an honest thing. It just comes to your forefront every time. Um, Honestly, I have one thing about me is that because I'm honest and transparent um, about things, I think it does better than harm. Does way more than harm. I'm sorry, way better or more beneficial to me than harmful, because it shows that I'm willing to be open about things, like little things. Then, in my opinion, it means you probably can trust me with big things. That's more of what it shows. Like if you're open, if you're a liar about small things, then most likely it means you can lie about big things, which actually is concerning, and it should concern everybody that involved. Like if I was married and had kids, I would share it, but I wouldn't like say like show pictures of my kid's face or my spouse's face, because I think that's fair that they have their privacy regardless of if I'm showing who I am, because they didn't sign up for this. I just happen to be like who I am. You said they were saying, "Oh, I love Judge Judy." Well, I used to watch Judge Judy. I don't watch it anymore. Of course, I know it's out of it. It's all off air, but still. You said, if you always tell the truth, then you don't have to have a good man. That is true. That's a great point, and she's right. I didn't realize she's supposed. I think her sons might have a show called Judge Adam. I didn't realize she had a son. I knew she, because I was watching this commercial and I was like, that sounds just like Judge Judy, not knowing that was her son. I was like, what? Because he just sounds so much like her. That even the way I was like whoa. Yeah, I think respecting people's privacy is important. That's another reason. That's the reason why when I do my response videos, I don't say that I don't put names to the people who give me responses, even though they'll know they gave me responses. I don't put the names because I'm like, if people know who they are, they might try to come and be weird and like harass those people. It's another reason I took my business email off this channel, because people would sort of started harassing me in my emails or offering services or wanting to get paid to promote the channel and stuff. And I'm like, no, I don't want any of this. So I was like, let me take this down. It was actually starting to get on my nerves. After a point, I went that was another way I think that was why my stalker contacted me through my email. So I was glad that I took that off of there. Um, yeah. So because people is like that's another reason not to have your email up, because some people that are unhinged will contact you for because they're crazy. Something is wrong with them. I don't know. Something was wrong with that lady. I don't know what the hell was wrong with her, but she had some problems. Like she wouldn't leave me alone. Like I remember she added me to freaking. I didn't even think about that, but she added me just to start harassing me. This is interesting. She had added me on Twitter. Then I eventually blocked her on there, and then she added me on. Then she added me to block me, and then she freaking came on my YouTube channel and was starting to trying to like. I don't know what the hell she was doing. It was some weird shit, is what it was. She was an older lady, which is why it's weird. Like it was the weirdest thing I ever had to deal with. Hopefully, I never have to go through that again. Um, I'm glad. I'm very glad that even though I wasn't glad about the situation, I'm glad I went through that, because I know what to probably expect if I have to deal with another one of them. Hopefully, I never do. Um, yeah. Um, yeah. Luckily, I've never had a hacker, and I don't click on links that I don't know anything about, so I don't think that would happen. If I see emails from people I don't know about, I just delete them automatically. Or send them to my spam folder, then I delete them from there. She was a creep, is what she was. She was a creep is what she was. I'm sorry you had a hacker. That sucks. It's crazy. I was in college when 2011. I mean, honestly, I wasn't even worried about no YouTube or nothing because I remember when we did this skit for this one class, and I was like, yeah, I'm never gonna have a YouTube channel. Did not know later on in life I would actually have one. Didn't expect to, which is actually insane. But I didn't. Yeah, I really didn't expect to have one. Um, I do still hope this channel goes international. What I know it has partially, but I hope it spreads further than what I anticipate it to do. You said it was scary. You knew what to do. Well, that's good that you knew. Wait, you knew what to do, or they knew what to do? Hold on, I read that wrong. Oh, you knew what to do to lock them out. Oh, well, that's good you knew what to do, but I'm sorry that that crap happened to you. I can't even imagine that happening. Um, yeah. Is that why you got into IT? I mean, yeah. Is that why you got into IT though? Now I'm curious. Did that make you, or were you already in IT when that happened? Because if you were, then that's gonna also. But if you got into IT because of that, that's also awesome too. But it's kind of sucky that you had to do that for that reason, if that's the case. But you seem to like computers, so maybe you were already into IT. I don't know. That's just a thought. See, this is why you don't get Mariah accent. This is why Mariah needs to stop thinking so thoroughly. Also, you were already. Oh, wow. Wait a second. You were like 7 back then. Wait a second now. You were already thinking about going into. You already knew you were going to go into IT when you were 7 years old. That was 5, which is freaking crazy. I didn't think. I'm not saying people can't know when they're kids what they're going into. I didn't know, honestly. I had a lot of different thoughts I thought I was going to do when I was a child, so. Oh, you said it was 2000. My goodness. Man, I was like 9 then, 2001. Goodness. Your computer crashed and you were learning about how to. Oh, wow. Build and fix PCs. Oh, wow. You learned that when you were young. If I was 9, you would have been 11. You freaking are you like some kind of prodigy, Nick, or something? I swear. That doesn't sound. You sound like a prodigy. You said by 2004 you already were building and repairing and selling computers? My goodness, do you sound like a prodigy? Wait, are you one? Wait a second. Now I'm curious to know if you are one. I'm so sorry you heard that. You're not really. It's just something that you learned out of both interest and necessity. Oh, okay. Did you have any more questions? Because I think I'm gonna end because it's almost an hour and 40 minutes in, and my throat is getting tired, which is not a good thing. I don't know what that means. Hopefully it doesn't mean my acid reflux is trying to trigger itself, which I really hate when it does that. So it's not fun. I think you're the only one here, Nick. I think Mildred might have left. I don't know. 'Cause I don't see her on my count here. Okay. So you don't have any questions? I always try. I mean, I hope I have a good week. Hopefully it stops snowing outside, but I don't know if the luck. I might do some more art later this week, so that'll make me happy. But we'll see. Don't know yet, because if the day is stressful, I probably won't do art. Because when I'm stressed and do art, that's not good for me. But have a good week as always, Nick and everyone else. Bye. Love you guys. Bye.